Now, she was known as the First Lady of Celtic music, a Grammy and Emmy-winning artist who achieved global success with her family band Clannad. Despite that international recognition, Moya Brennan was always, at her core, a proud Donegal woman. We can cross over now to the place where it all began for Clannad, Teach Leo, the family pub, where we're joined by her friends, the singer Daniel O'Donnell and Mairead Ní of the band Alton. And thank you both for joining us on 6-1, and we are so sorry for your loss today. Daniel, I might begin with yourself. I think it's actually in that pub where you first met Moya Brennan. Can you tell us of your memories of that and how the two of you became friends?
Well, it goes right back to when I was a child. We used to come over here to Leo's, and Leo, Moya's father, entertained here. And he was, we were talking about him before he came to us, he was an incredible entertainer. And when he wouldn't be singing, Clannad, although they weren't Clannad at that time, they would get up and play. And that's the first time that I would have heard and met all of the family. And then we live very close, you know, geographically. It's only about 10 miles. So there was always that bit of interaction. And Moya herself was, although she travelled the world, she was rooted in her home place, you know. And I think even though she lived away for a long time, the part of her that belonged to Donegal, she didn't have that until she come back and found it. and you know, that was important for her. So it's a great loss to all of us here, you know. Of course the world has lost somebody in the music business, but Moya, when she was here, she was from here, and we knew what she did and we were proud of what she did. But you know, all of the accolades that she had, and she had many Emmys and Grammys, she didn't carry them in her pocket. You know, you knew she just was the same as she always was. It was great that she had them, but
I think one of those awards was Donegal Person of the Year. Mairead, I might cross over to you. President Connolly today paid tribute to Moya's glór agus stíl erle, her unique voice and style, because, Mairead, there was nobody that quite sounded like Moya Brennan.
Well, Moya Brennan, from the top of door, my gosh, she had a voice when she opened her mouth. She was like from another world. We were talking about that earlier. You know, she had this spiritual thing. It was like she opened her mouth. She didn't know herself what it was about, but she just transformed the company she was in and lifted us all with her. She had a great beauty, and she is from a beautiful family. Her parents were both great musicians. She was whistle, as we'd say around here, and she had a great love, and that's what I remember her for.
It started off as trad music, but then at some stage she did branch into dance music for a while. I'm thinking of tracks like Saltwater from Chicane, and I suppose what makes that unique is that it was sang in the Irish language, so she is spreading the culture and the Irish language across the world and across the generations. Was that a source of pride for her?
Well, you know, the Irish language, we're from the Gaeltacht here, so we were very proud about our language and our culture. But what she did with it, she brought it to a wider audience, and it paved the way for people like myself, who sing in Gaelic as well, to bring it to a wider audience. We weren't they paved the way, they sang on top of the pops, they did everything in the Irish language, and they also didn't confide it to just one type of music. She sang every genre.
And I know that both of you have performed with Moya over the years. Daniel, can I ask you, what was it like to perform with Moya? What was it like to work with her?
It was lovely. She was on the Opry show for Teach that we do, and we sang together the Homes of Donegal. Leo always finished his night here singing the Homes of Donegal, so we chose to sing that. And indeed, the last time the three of us were together was here for the chapel, when the chapel was burnt last year in Derrybeg, and there was a fundraiser just over in Crawley and Paddyoggs, and we sang again.
The three of us sang it.
We finished the night with the Homes of Donegal, and that was the last musical memory I have of Moya singing with her. And it's just, you know, it's a joy to have these memories. Moya, when you met her, there was a calmness about her. You know, there was, you know, I know people say, well, you never talk anything but good about the dead, but we said it before, you know, about Moya. There was something serene. And, you know, AI can come, but they'll never recreate Moya's voice.
That's true.
That's the one thing. They can recreate or sing like anything, but they'll never, whatever...
She had something special.
I do think it's like, if you see a beautiful crystal fountain coming down over a big rock, and it's so clear you can see through it. If you can see that, imagine that. That's what her voice was like. It was clear, you know, it spoke out, and there was nothing else like it. Never will be, but it'll never be silenced, because there's so much left behind. And you know, Clannad as well, you know, when you think about it, we are, even these days, and I'm not a fluent Irish speaker, but I have a great love for the language, and I try whenever I can.
Are you great?
But, you know, everybody tries to keep the language alive. They brought it to the world, and the world accepted it.
Well,
and it's a great way to look at it for all of us and anybody that might question the validity of Irish, that they brought it at a time, and the world embraced it.
Absolutely, and that legacy and indeed her music will live on. But for now, Daniel O'Donnell and Moya Brennan in Donegal, thanks indeed to both of you for joining us on what I know has been a difficult day.
Gaoth.